Hi, lifers. Welcome to Life Convo. It's your girl, Lady. And if you are new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Make sure to hit a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. If you are already a part of the Life Convo family, hey y'all. And again, make sure to hit that thumbs up and continue rocking with your girl. So I wanted to jump on really quick, and yes, I am still in the bed, and like I say and have said, it's not where I'm bringing you the information from, but the information I'm bringing you. So we keep hearing a lot about the red wave, um, dealing with Republicans just thinking they were gonna sweep the votes. However, it seems like there wasn't the red wave, and although there wasn't a red wave, it people weren't voting for just Republican, and the people that didn't vote Republican didn't just go and say, okay, well, we're gonna vote Democrat. So if you were one of those people that were out there in the polls, and you did your civic duty and you went out and voted, kudos to you. And it seems like, during that time, we get bombarded with so many mailers just telling us, to be patriots and stand up and, vote. They talk about, how Ted Budd wasn't a friend of ours and how we don't want him in Congress. Then we get over to Miss Cheryl Beasley. And I heard a lot of talk about her and how, she's a mother and she fights for justice, and she's on the ground running, and people seem to like her and want to support her because of opportunities that she was to be given to many, not just blacks but also women and things of that nature. We also then got kind of back to that Biden type era. I apologize, the camera moved when I reached out, and it says there are no black women in the U.S. Senate. And so that kind of brings me back to, again, the Cheryl Beasley, like, we need a black woman in the Senate. There's a lot of, already kind of, that color men in the Senate, so we don't need that. And then I love the more colorful ones. And it says, voting won't solve all of our problems. And they kind of show you the black man in the barbershop, kind of, getting back to our roots and, wanting that representation, that power, so to speak. And, they kind of want to dig into how, people fought for us to be able to vote, we got to represent. And so, this is why we do it. We got to protect our communities. And it's hard for us to get by and get ahead. And so we need to make sure we have, real people in power that can, push things to the forefront, put the communities up, represent the communities, make sure they're getting our voices out there and we're being heard, because the Black vote matters. Here is another fun one. Together we make the future. Be a voter, raise a voter. And this one really stood out to me because my son, who is 18, was able to vote. Um, Unfortunately, because I was ill, I was not able to take him to vote. And he was actually with his father, grandmother, grandparents. And so that is a conversation that we are waiting to discuss. And that's why I'm keeping all of these to just get their input and their information. I did request like a mail-in ballot. Excuse me. I did also want to do like the carpooling situation. They did have it last year, and they picked up anyone that, you know, had any type of disability, elderly, things of that nature. They didn't do it this year, or I didn't get notification of it, and I am actually on that list. So I don't know, you know, how that works. They did say like with the mail-in ballots and things, they would still be counted, but you know, who's to say? The next one is in our votes there's power. And again, it just brings me back to, like I said, making sure that, you know, our votes you know, help make Black communities better and gets our voices out there. And it's, you know, just still kind of putting us in the forefront that, you know, our Black vote counts, and representation is power. And it seems to me, and this is just my opinion, we get bombarded with all of these mailers and all of these flyers, yet no one comes to the Black community. No one, in my opinion, stops by to see what the middle class and even the lower class that are under or at the poverty line, what they actually want, what they need, what they're looking for. Even just at the local level, community programs and things of that nature. And you get information, in my opinion, after the fact, you know, when they're having these community meetings or meetings at the municipal building. And I'm a nerd, so I do look at that stuff and see when it's scheduled and things, but they don't send out actual reminders and emails. So if you're not on top of that stuff, you're not invited to the party. You're not going to get your voice out there. You're not going to be heard. Yet it seems like during the midterms and the general election, the primary elections, it's like we'll just throw paper at them. We'll just throw it in their face. Now, this one I'm going to read to you because I thought it was really nice. Again, it says, be a voter, raise a voter. Together we make the future. And it was actually handwritten on the back, and it says, hello, please join me in voting on or before Tuesday, November 8th. i.e., it's such an important year to be a voter. If you're mailing in your ballot, please fill it out and return it as soon as possible to avoid delays. And this came from Sue, California. And, you know, so beautifully handwritten. But like I said, the postcard just bringing us together, along with all of the many postcards that we kind of got bombarded with. And like I said, I'm keeping these just so that I can have conversations with my children, just learning how they chose to vote, why they chose to vote in a certain mannerism. I always felt that as a parent, your child should be informed and want to be informed and choose to be informed and get that information. So I don't pressure my children to be Democrat, Republic, Independent, you know, any of that. I've always personally been a Democrat, and that was just by generational conditioning. In the last election between Trump and Biden, um, I realized I was no longer a strict, Democrat. It was a lot of issues, a lot of things going on, and I didn't like either candidate. So, it was a tough pick. However, like I said, I didn't want to force it on my children. And when my son became 18 and I let him know that he could vote this year, things of that nature, I remember we went to the DMV to get his ID, and that was a question: is he Democrat or Republic? And I had them check unknown, because he wasn't sure what he was as of yet. And as his mother, I wasn't going to make him be something that he wasn't very familiar with. And so I really wanted him to look into it to see who the Republicans were and who they are now, who the Democrats were and who they are now. And just look at each party and look at, liberals, conservatives, independents, and just kind of, get more information, and not only look at the, top level, but we want to look at the state level. We want to look at the local level, even at the city municipal levels. We want to make sure that we're looking at and giving our children that information. So I'm coming to you to say, I know that November 8th has came and gone, and people have voted and they've counted ballots and possibly still counting ballots and things of that nature. But I brought this to your attention because just as an individual who wasn't able to get out to vote, doesn't know if their ballot is going to count, and does have a child that is of age to vote, and soon another one who will be coming of age to vote. So 2024, I'll have 2 children that can actually vote for president. So I just thought this was, interesting topic to bring to you guys' attention, and wanted to talk about it. So make sure you leave me comments down in the comment section and just tell me what your stance is. Is it something that you do with your children, speaking about voting, or if it's something that you don't discuss and you kind of leave it to them to kind of figure it out on their own? Is this a important topic to you, and why? And just let me know how you feel about the general individuals we had to pick from, not, specifically who you actually picked, but what you thought about the candidates that we had to pick from, and just everything that's still going on. And last, I'll leave you with this. Everybody kept talking about Donald Trump rerunning for president. And now he's made the announcement that he is. What do you think that is going to be all about? And do you think that he's going to still dodge the bullet and not pay taxes or go to prison, for everything that he's done? That's another story. But leave it down in the comments. And I thank you all for just continuing to be patient, giving your girl grace, and continuing to support me. Although I'm not able to move over to the desk right away, I'm still going to do my best to bring you content when I am able to, when I'm not in too much of a fungled mood, I guess you can say. And I'm still gonna keep trying to come at you guys. So thanks for checking me out, and I'll catch you in the next.